Money is not just paper, numbers, or hard work. It is energy. Struggling to earn it, fearing its loss, or chasing after it only pushes it further away. But when you understand the true nature of money, you no longer have to force it into your life. It flows naturally, just like air, water, and the infinite energy of the universe. This audiobook will show you how to align with the flow of wealth, so you no longer need to struggle or chase. Once you tap into this energy, money will come to you effortlessly. Money is energy. Introduction. What if wealth wasn't about effort, luck, or chance? What if money was simply a reflection of your energy? The truth is, financial abundance has less to do with how hard you work and more to do with how you think, feel, and align yourself with the energy of prosperity. Right now, you may feel stuck, wondering why wealth seems easy for some and impossible for others. The reason is simple. Money follows energy. It flows to those who understand and work with its natural laws. Struggle and fear block it. But clarity, confidence, and trust open the door to unlimited abundance. This is not about shortcuts or empty affirmations. It's about shifting your mindset, clearing the blocks that keep money from flowing, and understanding the spiritual laws that govern wealth. Once you align yourself with this truth, everything changes. Money will no longer feel like something you have to chase. It will become something that moves effortlessly toward you. Are you ready? If yes, then type "I am ready" in the comments to send a signal to the universe. And don't forget, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to become one of the first 1,000 aligned souls on this journey. Now let's begin. It's time to unlock the flow of wealth. Chapter 1. How money works and why. It's energy. Most people think of money as paper bills, coins, or digital numbers in a bank. But money itself has no real power. Its value comes from movement. Imagine a river. Water must flow freely. If blocked, it becomes stagnant. The same applies to money. It is not meant to be hoarded out of fear, nor wasted carelessly. Instead, it is a force that moves through society, creating opportunities and sustaining economies. Unlike a fixed object, money follows patterns. It is constantly circulating, changing hands, and responding to the way people interact with it. When understood properly, it can be guided like a current, directed with purpose instead of controlled with fear. On a physical level, money is simply a tool for trade. However, its movement is driven by human behavior, emotions, and perception, things that function much like energy. From a scientific standpoint, everything in the universe, including money, is a form of energy. Energy follows laws of motion. It moves toward open spaces and is influenced by the environment around it. Similarly, money follows invisible but predictable patterns. It flows to places where it is valued, managed wisely, and exchanged with intention. On a spiritual level, money interacts with human consciousness. It carries the energy of how it is earned and used. Money that comes from creativity and service carries a different energy than money gained through greed or fear. This is why people's financial situations often reflect their internal mindset, even if they don't realize it. Money does not move randomly. It follows intention and action. Every financial decision creates a ripple effect. Just as water flows toward a downhill path, money flows toward people who take deliberate action. For example, someone who actively manages their finances, makes wise decisions, and understands value will naturally create more opportunities for money to enter their life. On the other hand, those who act carelessly or fearfully often struggle because their choices create financial instability. This is not about luck. It is about alignment. Money follows movement, and even small actions can shift its direction. Thoughtful financial decisions, whether it's an investment, a transaction, or a simple choice about how money is handled, create patterns that determine financial outcomes. Two people can have the same opportunities, yet one might attract wealth while the other struggles. This is not just about intelligence or effort. It's about the way they interact with money. People who magnetize money do not chase it with desperation. Instead, they create conditions where money naturally flows toward them. They understand that wealth is not something to be forced. It is something to be positioned for. On the other hand, those who struggle often unknowingly create resistance. They may act from a place of fear, hesitation, or self-doubt. Their relationship with money is unstable, leading to patterns of financial hardship. Wealth is not only about how much someone earns, it is about how they engage with money as a whole. Those who respect money, handle it with confidence, and understand its movement are more likely to experience financial growth. Every person has an energy field, a presence that extends beyond the physical body. This energy interacts with the world, including financial experiences. Money responds to the energy it encounters. When someone views money with stress, fear, or scarcity, it creates tension. This tension blocks opportunities, just as a closed door stops air from entering a room. Conversely, when someone engages with money with clarity, confidence, and responsibility, they create an open channel for financial opportunities. The key is not in forcing money to come, but in creating an internal environment where it naturally flows. Chapter 2. Signs that show your relationship with money. Every financial decision you make is a reflection of your deeper beliefs about money. Some people spend impulsively, buying things they don't need just to feel a sense of momentary pleasure. Others hesitate to spend even on essentials, driven by a fear of lack. Some invest wisely, while others constantly find themselves in financial chaos. These habits are not random, they are patterns formed by subconscious programming. For example, if someone regularly overspends, despite knowing better, it may indicate an internal belief that money must be spent quickly, or that they don't trust themselves to hold on to it. On the other hand, extreme frugality, saving every penny without ever allowing oneself to enjoy wealth, can signal a belief in scarcity, an unconscious fear that money will disappear. Recognizing these habits is the first step to understanding your true relationship with money. Just as the natural world follows patterns, money also moves in predictable ways. There are times when financial opportunities seem to appear unexpectedly. Perhaps a job offer, an unexpected refund, or a random business idea that sparks in your mind. These moments are not coincidences. They are signals that money is trying to enter your life. One common sign is when people around you start discussing financial growth, investments, or new income sources. Another is repeatedly encountering opportunities but ignoring them out of hesitation or doubt. Sometimes even finding coins or small amounts of money in unexpected places can symbolize a shift in financial flow. These signs indicate that wealth is attempting to reach you, but it requires awareness and action to fully receive it. Sudden financial burdens, like an unexpected car repair, medical bill, or home maintenance issue, are often seen as frustrating setbacks. However, these events can reveal hidden lessons about your relationship with money. If unexpected expenses seem to appear just as soon as you save money, it may indicate an underlying belief that you're not meant to hold on to wealth. Some people unconsciously create financial instability because they are used to struggle. Others face these expenses as a result of neglect, ignoring small financial responsibilities until they turn into major problems. Instead of viewing these events as bad luck, they should be examined as signals. Why did this happen now? What is this expense teaching me about my financial habits? Is there a pattern in how money enters and leaves my life? The answers to these questions can provide valuable insight into deeper financial patterns. Many people experience the same financial struggles over and over again. Some always find themselves in debt no matter how much they earn. Others repeatedly lose money in risky investments or unstable ventures. Some never seem to break past a certain income level no matter how hard they work. These repeating patterns are not accidents. They are deeply ingrained cycles, shaped by past experiences, inherited beliefs, and emotional associations with money. If someone grew up hearing that money is the root of all evil, they may subconsciously sabotage their own financial success to avoid guilt. If someone was always told that rich people are greedy, they may unknowingly push wealth away. Recognizing these repeating financial patterns allows you to break free from them. By identifying the underlying belief or behavior causing the cycle, new choices can be made that lead to different financial outcomes. Emotions are powerful indicators of financial destiny. People who feel stressed, anxious, or guilty about money tend to experience more financial difficulties. On the other hand, those who feel calm, confident, and grateful for what they have often attract more abundance. For example, someone who constantly worries about bills may unknowingly reinforce a pattern of scarcity. Their focus remains on the fear of not having enough, which influences their financial decisions in ways that keep them stuck in struggle. Conversely, those who approach money with a sense of security and trust tend to make smarter financial choices, leading to greater stability. The way you emotionally react to money, whether it's excitement, fear, resentment, or gratitude, shapes your financial future. Becoming aware of these emotional patterns can help shift your financial reality over time. Chapter 3. What blocks money from flowing to you? Fear and doubt are two of the strongest forces that block financial success. When a person doubts their ability to earn, keep, or grow money, that uncertainty influences their decisions and actions in ways they may not even realize. Fear creates hesitation, preventing someone from taking opportunities, investing in themselves, or making the necessary moves toward financial progress. For example, someone might want to start a business, but fears failure, so they never take the first step. Another person might hesitate to ask for a raise, doubting their worth, which keeps them stuck in the same income bracket. This fear of loss, failure, or rejection keeps money at a distance because wealth flows toward confidence and action. The energy of scarcity comes from constantly worrying about losing money or not having enough. This mindset creates a state of financial tension, making it harder to see opportunities or take advantage of them. Money is like water. It flows freely when there is an open path. But fear creates emotional barriers that act like a dam, stopping its movement. Many people are unaware of the deep subconscious beliefs they carry about money. These beliefs are often formed in childhood, influenced by parents, society, or personal experiences. If someone grew up hearing phrases like, "money is the root of all evil," or "rich people are selfish," these ideas may become internalized and affect their financial choices later in life. Some people unknowingly reject wealth because they associate it with negative consequences. They might believe that having money will make them a target for jealousy, bring unwanted responsibility, or change their relationships. These unconscious fears create an invisible resistance to financial success. Others may believe that wealth can only come from extreme hard work and suffering, so they unknowingly avoid easier paths to money. They might reject profitable opportunities if they seem too easy because they feel they haven't struggled enough to deserve them. These beliefs operate silently, shaping financial behavior without conscious awareness. Identifying and questioning these deeply ingrained thoughts is the first step toward breaking free from their influence. Money is deeply connected to emotions, and past financial trauma can leave lasting effects. If someone has experienced poverty, bankruptcy, sudden job loss, or financial betrayal, those experiences may create lasting fears around money. Even if their situation has improved, their subconscious may still expect struggle, causing them to act from a place of financial insecurity. For example, someone who once lost everything may develop an extreme fear of spending, even when it's necessary or beneficial. Another person who was scammed in the past might become overly cautious, missing out on genuine financial opportunities. Some people carry guilt from past mistakes, feeling undeserving of wealth, which leads to self-sabotage. These past wounds create emotional triggers that shape present-day financial behaviors. Healing requires recognizing these patterns and understanding that past events do not have to dictate future financial reality. Many people desire financial success, but resist the very changes that would bring them wealth. Change is uncomfortable. It requires stepping into the unknown, taking risks, and sometimes letting go of familiar but unhelpful financial habits. For example, someone might wish to increase their income, but resist learning new skills, fearing failure. Others might cling to an old way of managing money, even if it has never worked well for them. Some resist wealth because it would require them to break free from social circles that reinforce financial struggle. Fear of change creates financial stagnation. The unwillingness to adapt, learn, or shift behaviors keeps people locked in old patterns. True financial growth requires embracing new opportunities, perspectives, and strategies. Self-sabotage often happens in ways that people don't even notice. These behaviors may seem small, but they add up to create significant blocks in financial success. One common example is undervaluing one's own work, accepting lower pay, giving away services for free, or hesitating to ask for fair compensation. Another subtle block is procrastination, delaying actions that could lead to financial improvement, such as updating a resume, starting an investment, or handling overdue bills. Some people reject money by avoiding financial management altogether. They might ignore their bank accounts, avoid budgeting, or refuse to look at their expenses because it makes them uncomfortable. Others push money away by feeling guilty for having more than others, causing them to spend recklessly or give it away impulsively. These behaviors stem from deeper beliefs about self-worth and money. Recognizing them is the first step toward allowing wealth to flow naturally and freely. Chapter 4. What to do to attract more money. Your mindset about money controls how much wealth flows into your life. If you believe money is hard to get, your actions will reflect that belief, making it difficult to earn and keep wealth. If you believe money is abundant and flows freely, you will naturally make choices that attract financial success. The shift must start in the mind before it manifests in reality. One of the fastest ways to change your financial reality is to become aware of your current money thoughts. Notice how you speak about money. Do you say things like, "I can't afford that," or "money doesn't come easily to me"? These statements reinforce a mindset of lack. Instead, shift your words to more empowering beliefs, such as, "Money is always flowing to me in expected and unexpected ways." This simple change reprograms the subconscious mind to be open to financial abundance. Visualization is another powerful tool. Close your eyes and imagine yourself already living in financial abundance. See yourself holding money, spending freely, and feeling at peace with wealth. When the mind experiences something vividly, it begins to look for ways to make it a reality. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces for attracting more money. When you appreciate what you already have, you send out an energy that invites more blessings. Many people focus on what they lack, which only strengthens feelings of scarcity. However, when you focus on what you do have, no matter how small, you shift into an energy of abundance. One simple practice is keeping a money gratitude journal. Every day, write down a few things you are grateful for related to money. It could be as small as a free coffee, a discount on a purchase, or receiving payment for your work. This shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present, strengthening your financial energy. Another practice is expressing gratitude for money before it arrives. Instead of worrying about a financial need, say, "I am grateful that money is coming to me now." This creates a sense of trust and expectancy, making you more receptive to financial opportunities. Gratitude transforms your relationship with money from one of fear to one of appreciation. When money feels appreciated, it naturally wants to stay and grow in your life. Many people hesitate to give money because they fear they won't have enough for themselves. However, the act of giving is a powerful trigger for receiving. Money is like a river. It must flow. When you hold on to it too tightly out of fear, you block its movement. When you give with an open heart, you signal that you trust in the abundance of the universe, and money returns to you in greater amounts. Giving doesn't mean sacrificing or putting yourself in financial hardship. It means sharing from a place of abundance, even in small ways. It could be donating a small amount, tipping generously, or helping someone in need. The key is to give with joy, not obligation. What you give out comes back multiplied. Many wealthy people practice this principle, understanding that generosity creates more flow in their financial lives. Giving reinforces the belief that there is always enough, and that belief attracts more wealth. Wealth is not built through one-time actions. It is created through daily habits. The small things you do every day shape your financial reality over time. Aligning with financial abundance means developing habits that support money growth. One powerful habit is tracking your money. Many people ignore their finances because they are afraid to face the numbers. However, regularly checking your bank account and tracking your spending increases awareness and control over your financial situation. Another habit is surrounding yourself with wealth-conscious information. Read books, listen to podcasts, or follow people who have achieved financial success. The more you expose yourself to abundant thinking, the more it becomes a natural part of your mindset. Practicing financial self-care is also essential. Treat money with respect, organize your wallet, pay bills on time, and keep your financial space in order. These small actions send a message that you are ready for more wealth. Many people wait for the perfect time to take financial action, but hesitation keeps them stuck. Wealth comes to those who take bold steps. Whether it's starting a new project, investing in personal growth, or asking for a raise, taking decisive action signals confidence, which attracts money. Often, fear tries to hold people back from making financial moves. The fear of failure, rejection, or loss keeps wealth at a distance. But money rewards those who are willing to step outside their comfort zones. Taking risks doesn't mean being reckless. It means being willing to grow and make moves, even when the outcome is uncertain. Bold actions also open unexpected doors. A small step, such as reaching out to a new client, learning a new skill, or networking with the right people, can create a ripple effect that leads to financial breakthroughs. Money moves toward those who are willing to move toward it. Chapter 5. How to strengthen your connection with money. Many people unknowingly push money away by treating it with fear, frustration, or carelessness. They see money as a source of stress, a problem to be dealt with, or something that is never enough. But money, like any relationship, responds to how it is treated. When you respect it, it flows more easily into your life. Respecting money starts with small, everyday actions. Organizing your wallet, keeping your cash neatly arranged, and handling money with care send a message that you value it. On a deeper level, it also means paying attention to how you manage it. Ignoring bills, avoiding bank statements, or spending recklessly all reflect a lack of respect for money. When you treat money well, tracking it, managing it wisely, and using it intentionally, you create an environment where more of it can grow. Money is not just a physical object, it carries energy. If you constantly complain about it or fear losing it, you create a stressful, negative energy around wealth. But if you appreciate money, manage it responsibly, and use it wisely, it will naturally flow back to you in greater amounts. The words you use about money shape your financial reality. Many people unconsciously speak in ways that push money away, saying things like, "I never have enough money." "Money slips through my fingers." "I'm always broke." These statements reinforce a mindset of lack. When repeated often, they program the mind to expect financial struggle, which then becomes reality. Shifting to positive language about money can change how it moves in your life. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," say, "I am choosing to prioritize my money in a different way." Instead of saying, "I never have enough," say, "Money is constantly coming to me in new ways." This shift in language may seem small, but it rewires the mind to expect abundance instead of lack. Words hold power, and the way you speak about money directly influences how it behaves in your life. Speaking about wealth with confidence, gratitude, and expectation of growth opens new doors for financial success. Money follows patterns, much like the natural cycles of life. There are times when it flows in abundance, and times when it may seem to slow down. Understanding these cycles helps you stay in control, rather than reacting emotionally to financial ups and downs. Many people panic when they experience a financial downturn, making desperate decisions based on fear. However, when you understand that money moves in cycles, you can prepare for slow periods and take advantage of growth opportunities when they arise. For example, businesses have seasonal highs and lows. Wise entrepreneurs don't panic during slow months. They plan for them and use that time to improve their strategy. Similarly, personal finances have cycles. Sometimes unexpected expenses arise, and other times unexpected income flows in. Being aware of these natural movements helps you make better financial decisions. Mastering the flow of money means learning when to save, when to invest, and when to take financial action. Instead of being controlled by money, you become the one guiding its movement. The mind is a powerful tool in shaping financial outcomes. Many wealthy people practice visualization and affirmations because they understand that the subconscious mind influences financial reality. Visualization involves mentally picturing yourself in a state of financial success. Close your eyes and imagine checking your bank account and seeing a large balance. Picture yourself receiving money, making wise investments, or achieving financial freedom. The more vividly you can see it, the more your mind begins to accept it as reality, leading you to take actions that align with that vision. Affirmations work by replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Repeating statements like, "I am a magnet for wealth," "Money flows to me effortlessly," or "I always have more than enough," helps shift subconscious programming. Over time, these repeated affirmations shape decisions, behaviors, and opportunities that bring financial success. Training the mind for prosperity is just as important as taking action in the physical world. A strong mental connection with wealth helps attract and maintain financial abundance. Many people handle money reactively rather than intentionally. They spend without thinking, make financial choices based on emotion, or avoid making decisions altogether. However, wealth grows when money is managed with purpose and clarity. Being intentional means deciding where your money goes before it even arrives. It means planning for future expenses instead of being caught off guard. It means spending in alignment with your values rather than out of impulse or habit. For example, before making a purchase, ask yourself, does this align with my financial goals? When investing, consider whether the opportunity truly supports your long-term vision. Small decisions, when made consciously and intentionally, lead to major financial transformation over time. Taking control of money instead of reacting to it strengthens the connection between you and wealth. The more intentional you are, the more money responds to you in positive ways. Chapter 6. Unlocking Limitless Prosperity. Many people believe that wealth is scarce, as if there is only a limited amount of money in the world, and those who have more leave less for others. This belief creates fear, competition, and a desperate struggle for financial security. But this is an illusion. Money, like energy, is ever expanding. It flows according to the consciousness and actions of individuals. The more wealth circulates, the more it grows. Just as the universe itself is limitless, the potential for financial expansion is also without bounds. Understanding this fundamental truth removes the fear of scarcity and opens the mind to infinite possibilities. Those who cling to the belief that wealth is limited unknowingly close themselves off from its flow. However, those who embrace money as an expanding force naturally invite greater financial abundance into their lives. To truly unlock limitless prosperity, one must shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. Money, at its core, is not just a physical object. It is an expression of value, energy, and exchange. The more people engage in creative and productive activities, the more money is generated. Consider the advancements in technology, businesses, and ideas over the last century. Entire industries have been created where none existed before, generating immense wealth that had never been seen in history. This is proof that money is not stagnant or fixed. It continuously expands. Think of money like a river. It does not dry up when it flows. In fact, movement keeps it alive. When someone hoards money out of fear, it stagnates, just as water that does not flow becomes lifeless. On the other hand, when money is allowed to circulate through giving, investing, and exchanging, it grows and creates more opportunities. The wealthiest individuals in the world understand this principle and use their money in ways that continue to expand their resources rather than diminish them. Money is governed by unseen principles, much like the natural laws of the universe. One of the most powerful principles is the law of expansion. Wherever energy, attention, and intention are directed, growth occurs. If a person constantly focuses on lack, struggle, and financial limitations, they reinforce those conditions in their reality. On the other hand, when they align their thoughts and actions with abundance, they naturally begin to see and attract wealth. Another key principle is the law of circulation. Wealth is meant to flow. Those who give freely without fear of loss activate a natural cycle of return. This does not mean reckless spending, but rather an understanding that money, when used wisely and generously, returns in even greater amounts. When money is shared with gratitude and confidence, whether through investments, charity, or supporting others, it creates a ripple effect that brings prosperity back. There is also the law of value. Wealth follows value. Money does not simply appear randomly. It moves toward those who create, contribute, and offer solutions. Those who align with their highest purpose and provide genuine value to the world attract wealth effortlessly. It is not about working harder, but about working in alignment with universal principles. One of the greatest secrets to unlocking limitless prosperity is recognizing opportunities that most people overlook. Many assume that financial breakthroughs come from grand, obvious events, but in reality, abundance often appears in subtle, everyday ways. A new idea, an unexpected encounter, or a moment of inspiration can be the seed of great wealth if one is aware enough to recognize and act upon it. Opportunities for financial expansion are constantly appearing, but a closed mind dismisses them as unimportant. For example, someone might have a brilliant idea for a project, but doubt its worth and never act on it. Another person might meet someone who could open doors for them financially, but fail to follow up. Those who cultivate awareness begin to notice these signs of abundance. Instead of waiting for some big break, they understand that wealth is built through small, consistent steps that lead to expansion. Another way to spot hidden opportunities is by paying attention to patterns and synchronicities in life. When the same idea, person, or possibility keeps appearing, it is often a sign that the universe is trying to direct attention to a wealth-building path. Those who trust their intuition and act when they feel an inner pull towards something often find that it leads to greater financial flow. Many believe that wealth only comes through effort and struggle, but in reality, it flows most freely through innovation and creativity. Some of the most financially successful individuals in history did not simply work harder. They thought differently. They looked at the world in a way others did not, allowing them to see possibilities where others saw obstacles. Creativity is one of the most powerful forces for attracting prosperity. Those who allow themselves to think beyond limitations, question existing systems, and explore new ideas naturally open themselves to wealth. Consider how simple yet innovative ideas have transformed entire industries. A single shift in perspective, a fresh approach to an old problem, or a willingness to explore uncharted paths can lead to immense financial expansion. Fear of failure often blocks creative wealth channels. Many hesitate to act on their ideas, fearing they are not good enough or that they might lose money. However, Wealth responds to boldness. The universe rewards those who take inspired action, even when they do not have everything figured out. Those who embrace uncertainty with trust and excitement often find that doors open in unexpected ways. Money is not just a tool for survival. It plays a deeper role in personal and spiritual growth. It is a mirror that reflects one's inner beliefs, fears, and relationship with self-worth. Those who struggle with money often find that their external financial situation is a direct reflection of their internal state. If they feel undeserving of wealth, it does not matter how much money they receive. It will always slip away. Conversely, those who view money as a neutral energy, one that can be used for growth, contribution, and expansion, experience a more harmonious flow. Instead of seeing money as something to chase or fear, they understand it as a resource that responds to their consciousness. True financial freedom comes not from having more money, but from having the right mindset about it. Money can be a tool for spiritual expansion when it is used with intention. It allows individuals to express their highest potential, support meaningful causes, and create a life of freedom and purpose. Those who use wealth not just for personal gain, but as a way to uplift others and bring positive change into the world, find that it flows to them even more effortlessly. To unlock limitless prosperity, one must shift from seeing money as something external and limited to understanding it as an expanding force that responds to energy, beliefs, and actions. By breaking free from scarcity thinking, aligning with universal principles, staying open to hidden opportunities, embracing creativity, and using money for higher purposes, one steps into a reality where prosperity is no longer something to chase. It is something that naturally arrives. The path to infinite wealth is not found in force, struggle, or competition, but in alignment, awareness, and the willingness to expand.